Hey, that's the silly one. She's the youngest. They were scared so much. And it's tough.
So Haroon, when did you guys get back home?
I think we left Afghanistan the 20th and we got here on the 22nd. And it was not really easy to get out. If Tom Cotton's office didn't reach out to me and help me to get out of there, I wouldn't try it again with my children. Since I did it one time, I went through a lot of stuff. I was about to lose my older daughter from throwing flash bombs among the thousands of people there behind that gate, and they were just like no one was scared. Even from American side, they were trying to, but somehow they couldn't deal with the people. They have to go through the Afghan. They called Unit 01. They have to go through them to make people in line or calm, but no one really cares. They were trying to say like, hey, just sit and relax, we're gonna get you all in. That was actually on the side, that was a problem as well. So like getting everyone in and makes it more crowd. It was thousands and thousands of people heard about it. If you tell one person, it will tell the other hundreds. So like it makes it thousands of people rush on the airport. They thought they're gonna take everyone out of Afghanistan, which they did. They took a lot of people. They didn't have any documents, even they didn't have their IDs, no passport and nothing. They brought them out, and they're now in the United States, Wisconsin or somewhere. And for us, like as an American and as a green card holders, it was really tough to get closer, talk to American. I tried it once. I got closer and I was face to face with American soldiers. They were behind the barbed wire. But the problem was I had my family, my children among those thousands of people. So that was a time when I got close to them and I got hurt. I got like injuries like from those barbed wires. People were pushing me, and I had blood all over me, and because of cats from those barbed wires. But eventually, that the same day I decided I cannot make it in because my daughter, she got hurt. So from that flash bomb, so her lip and also her hair got burned that day because they threw the flash bomb. The next day, the same day, like from Tom Cotton's office, someone reached out to me, and they were like, "Okay, we gonna help you, but it's gonna take time." So they sent me someone to got me out of there, and we tried like a couple times after that. We were not able to get in. Eventually they figured out somehow to took me in the airport behind the wall, close enough to the American soldiers. So I have to show my documents. They let me in. They took my kids from over the fence, which was made from the barbed wire. So I have to pass my children to them. And they told me now for myself I couldn't climb on that, and they cannot let me to get in. So I have to go around and go behind the wall. And they brought down the ladder. So I got on the ladder and got inside. That's how I got in. And as soon as I got in, so it has some challenges, but at least I was feeling that I'm safe. So I was safe inside. So I wouldn't worry about getting attacked or getting killed by the Taliban or whoever. And at least I got a wish that, okay, I got a hope, like I'm gonna go back to my home and my children will live in peace. But with all that, still it didn't bring me the happiness, because I left behind my whole family there. My youngest brother is 11 years old, and my dad, my other brothers, and my sister. So yeah, I left behind my entire family, my father-in-law, which he has all the documents, all the requirements, all the application for the SIV, immigration visa, which was designed, for the Afghans who did work with American, and both of them, like my dad and my father-in-law, they did work for so many years with American. I have some pictures of him with American, and all these documents you guys can see, it's all showing, they all been provided by the American officers, soldiers, and the HR managers, recommendation letters, and HR letters. And the other good thing, like recently I got done, was the P2. The P2 program is like, it's just published into August 2nd, so it's new. That we applied for that as well. So like, it has to be done by a CEO of a company that who has to send it from his email. We cannot ourselves apply for it. They have to send it. So they did as well. So they send it and they CC me. So I got the copy of that. Like, we try our best to get them out, but unfortunately I haven't heard any answer yet. So what's gonna happen with the SIV holders, with the P2 holders, since my dad got both of them done? So they're qualified 100% to get out of Afghanistan. But the main problem is, since now they're evacuating everyone, so the airport will be handed to Taliban. So do they have any plans? So like, do they have a deal with the Taliban after they leave after the 31st? Do they gonna let them go to the airport, or do they gonna process these people? Because there's like thousands of them, and plus there are still, I know some people, they're green card holders, American passport holders. They're still in Afghanistan. They couldn't make it in. So like, what about those people? And plus these people, they have all these documents then, and like you can see, like more than 30 or 20 pages of documents was provided by American, that they all recommend that this guy is qualified to go to United States. So why it's taking so long to process these? Like, what's gonna happen after these people leave? So, I mean, they have to find some way for them. Otherwise, they're targeted. My family is targeted, and stranger people already start asking questions from them. So, all these things make us worried and scared. I'm here, but I have whole my family back there. It's not just about me; it's about my family. They're targeted because I'm an American, first of all. Secondly, they've been serving Americans for so many years. He was my dad. He did provide security. He did work for a security supervisor for at least more than 7 or 8 years. The biggest compounds, Kabul compound it calls, and the A&E Depot. So that was a logistic company for Afghan army, and it was running by American and Afghan soldiers. So they were all both inside. And at that time, I used to work with my dad as well. We were both inside that compound. We were working together. I was working inside as an interpreter, translator, and he was providing a security outside for me and for Afghan army and for all those Americans who were working with us. So he put his life in danger to provide security and make these people work safely and make sure they're safe inside. He has to deal with everyone outside, like could be Taliban, could be any attacks on that compound. He was the one who has to protect them. So like, after doing all these, serving American, and make sure they do and establish their goals and their missions in Afghanistan, without their help it was not possible. So they deserve to get out of there, and all we need, all they're asking is to save their life, because we know who they support, American, against who? Against Taliban, terrorists, ISIS, and all these people. Now of course, after American leaves, day by day, and maybe whenever time comes, so they're gonna go after their children, after my dad, after my mom, and all 1,000 other Afghans. They did the same thing as my dad. So they're gonna go after all of them, and they probably, we know, like, they're gonna kill them, because what they did, they were the one who support American and Afghan army with their missions. So they deserve it to get out of Afghanistan. I mean, what I want from the government and from the people of America to bring up your voice and make the government to clear how they're gonna get these people out. Do they have a plan for them, or after this August 31 everything is over and they leave them behind? I heard they say like there are other countries they already make a deal with the Taliban. They will keep doing the evacuation, but I don't think so, because since it's been more than 5 weeks we applied, we haven't got any response. Like there was a lot of people they pushed, they sent these documents to the government and no one answered. So like what's gonna happen with them? That's my only concern.
When your family is going to the airport trying to get out, they're carrying all of these documents with them?
They have to. They have to carry all these documents anytime they go into the airport. All those checkpoints by the Taliban. And it has all American signed signatures and pictures with them, their certificates, their any documents that you think about, they have to carry all these. So like Taliban knows who is he and who is he working with. My family tried go in the airport more than 5 or 6 times already with my brothers and my little brother as well, the ladies with them, and my father-in-law as well. So like they've been carrying all these documents with them, and Taliban has to go through them to let them go closer to the American. So now they know who is working with American, who is this guy, and why he was trying to go to the airport, because he did all this stuff. He worked with American. That's the problem.
When you see that picture right there, what do you think of and how do you feel when you look at that picture?
I feel sad that I left them behind. So they didn't deserve this to stay in Afghanistan and deal with all this situation. And I don't really want them to get killed or any of my family get hurt from the Taliban because of serving American. My father, he taught me to go help American because they came in our country, they're trying to build our country. So that's what he was thinking. And that's why he put his life in danger and risk, and making me to go work with American. He was the one who took me, he got me the job to work with American. He was the one. So like same my father-in-law, they all served American and support them to done their mission. So now their mission is to get these people out. They really need them to get them out. Otherwise, they're all gonna lose their life. They're gonna lose their children. My sister, she cannot go to school anymore. My brothers, they cannot go to school anymore. Even if they open the school, they're scared. They're targeted.
Sorry, I want to see, how old is your sister?
She's underage. She's around 16 or 17. She's young. And I have my older brother. He's around 19 to 20, and my sister is younger than him. And then my other brothers, I have like 5 brothers, and one of them recently he got injured from the suicide bomb. The day that they were going to the airport, they were far luckily. So otherwise, he was already. I don't know how many member of my family I would lose from that suicide bomb if they were closer. So they were far, and they were on kind of pushing people to go closer to show their documents for American, but it didn't happen. That was a good thing that didn't happen. So, the suicide bomb, the suicide bomber blew up, so it killed so many people, more than 170 people. That's what I heard, more than 200 probably, because it was like you couldn't see that water was full of blood, that ditch. So it was way more than 100 people died that day. My brother, he got injured on his back. My older brother, he's younger than me, but he's older right now in the family. He's 19. So he got hurt. Probably the next day is when American leaves, someone probably gonna go and find them and kill them in my house. Or anything is possible. Anything. It's very risky right now to leaving their working with American for so many years. And they're targeted. And I'm an American right now. My children are an American. And I had to go because my dad, he was ill, so he was sick. So now they know, like, they have a son, he's living in America. He has a family living in America. That's another target, and that's another risky and danger for them.
You,
So
you and your family saw a lot.
I went through a lot of stuff. In one of the gates, I went one day by myself to try to show up my documents, and I saw a 2 years old kid. He was down on the ground, like 100 people was walking over him. So I went there and I picked him up. It was looking like he already did. He was die, because when I left him up, he was not breathing. So and I left him up. I was like so shout and I was crying like, "Stop! He's dying. This baby's under your feet. Watch out!" Like, because no one can hear you. There's thousands of people that just trying to get out when the Taliban were shooting among them and throwing like some flash bombs. So when they did that, everyone was trying to go back. So at that time, if some baby kids fall on the ground, so I mean, all these people are gonna step on him. So that's what I did. I tried to help him. As soon as I left him, someone took it from my hand. I don't know who was it, and I didn't see that baby again. I was a witness of a lot of children. They were there crying, and they lost their moms and dad, and they had no idea where they're going and what's going on. And I saw the moms. They were crying, "Oh, I lost my baby." So that thing is in my. I will never forget that moment, those moments, and my children's neither, because they were there. They were witness of what happened. Even my children, they were asking me like, "Why are you shooting so much? Like, what's going on?" Because they didn't know, like, people are pushing and shooting. I told them it's firework. I have to lie to them, because they had no idea. And my 4 years old, she was keep asking, "Who is Taliban? Who are these people? Why they're shooting? And why they're hurting people?" And she's smart. She speaks both language. So I had to just lie to her, making her a little bit calm, because she was so scared. And when the flash bomb happened right in front of her face, and even I was not able to hear things for 2 minutes, and she was the same way. And my family spread up there because I had the whole family with me. I mean, all these things, they're shocked. They're like, my wife, she's going under depression right now. She's stressing. And myself, I'm going through that. And I have, like, I mean, since it's been a week I'm here, I got here last week. I'm still thinking I'm in Afghanistan. I never got that happy moment that, oh, I'm an American, I'm safe. I have to go out with my friends and enjoy, do something fun, or I have to go start doing a job or something. Right now, I don't have a job, and because I lost my job when I left. And I mean, and I didn't got the time to go look for a job at the moment. I'm trying to get back to my normal life, but still my brain is not working well. I'm thinking about my family so much, and and like every moment, like I'm trying to call them, like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you guys okay? What's new? And what's this? What's this?" They're all telling me is bad stories. I mean, like, they're telling me all bad things. They don't have anything to be good or happy. They don't have any happiness. They're just worried. They're scared. They're trying to get shelter right now. I'm trying to make them to change their places at the moment. I mean, I don't want them to stay in one place, because it will be dangerous. I'm waiting for at least for a little bit more while, see if they can get them out. If not, so I have to go from one place to the other place and keep moving. So they keep hiding.